welcome to Solidworks Station. My name's Stuart, and in today's tutorial we're going to look at creating this Fortnite coffee mug. We're learning lots of stuff on this particular tutorial. We're going to learn how to extrude, we're going to learn how to produce a sweep boss base, we're going to learn how to shell, how to fillet, and how to apply decal images as well. So best of luck everyone, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm in SolidWorks. I'm going to go to File, New, and Part. I'm going to start drawing this particular mug from the top plane. So I'm going to go top plane and normal 2. Now from here I'm going to go into the Sketch tab. I'm going to grab a circle. I'm going to sketch from my origin point. It's always good to ensure you've got a known reference point. So sketch that circle out, and I'm going to go to Smart Dimension. I'm going to left click on my circumference and give this a smart dimension of 80 for its diameter. I'm then going to make a feature out of this, so I'm going to go to Features, Extruded Boss Base. I'm going to extrude this by 100. Now I can use this arrow here and just pull up on that until I get to 100, like so. Alternatively, I could have typed the value in here. Then I'm going to click on the green tick. Okay. That's the main cylindrical shape of our mug complete. We now need to put the handle on. So we're going to go into a front plane and we're going to sketch, and we're going to do Control 8 on our keyboard, and that will be a normal 2 view. From here we're going to get a line. We're going to draw a line in line with our origin. So if I just hover over in line with my origin, I get this nice blue dotted line to show me that I am in line with the origin point. I'm going to left click again. Now I want an arc. The quickest way to get an arc in SolidWorks is to go back to the point without clicking and just move the mouse round in an arc direction, an arc movement. Okay, and you will get that arc appearing. Left click again once it's in line with that top point, and back again, and left click again when it's in line again with that blue line that you see showing that it's in line with the first point that we made and in line with the origin, and left click. Okay. If by any chance you make a mistake, so let's say you get a line and your line finishes over here by accident, that's not a major problem. All you need to do there is pick on this point here, hold down Control, click on the origin point, and just make those vertical. Okay, let's sort that point out as well. So this point here, and click on my origin, and I want to make those vertical. Okay, so that just adds a nice relationship between all those points. Let's add some smart dimensions then. So we're going to go to Smart Dimensions. From this line to the bottom of my cup, I want to be 50. It's a bit high. Let's try 30. It's a bit better. Okay, from this line to this line, I would like that to be 50. And from this point here to this point here, I would like this to be also 50. Okay, and I'm going to click on the green tick, and I'm going to exit the sketch by clicking on this icon here, and you can see what I've created. Now this is going to be the path for our swept boss base. So this is the path. We're now going to create the profile for this. So I'm going to go into a right plane. I'm going to go to Sketch. Control 8 on my keyboard is a normal 2 view. I'm just going to change the display settings to hidden lines removed, just so I can see this sketch that I just did. I'm going to create an ellipse. So in my Sketch tab, I'm going to go to Ellipse. I'm going to click on this top point, move my mouse from left to right, or from right to left. Okay, I'm going to click again, then move my mouse up or down, and that will give me the height of my ellipse. Left click again, go to Smart Dimension, and I'm going to give this a smart dimension of 15 by 6. Okay, green tick, and exit my sketch. Now from here, I'm going to create a swept boss base. So I'm going to go into Swept Boss Base. You can see here, because I was already had that sketch selected, it's picked up my profile. I now need to pick the path, which is going to be this line. That's been created, and I'm going to click on the green OK button and just change my display settings back to shaded with edges. Now that's looking a little bit skinny for my liking, so I am wanting to just beef this up a little bit with a few bigger dimensions. So I'm going to go into my swept one, just click on this arrow next to it, and I can see my two sketches. This sketch is fine, okay, so the path is fine. It is the profile that I want to just lengthen some of the dimensions. So I'm going to left click on the icon and go to Edit Sketch, Control 8 on my keyboard, just so it's a nice normal to view. Double click on this dimension and change this to 20, and double click on this dimension and change this to 8. From here I am now going to exit the sketch, and you can see that that has been updated. Let's apply some fillets now. So in Features, I'm going to go to Fillet, and I want a constant fillet, so it's this one here over on the left hand side, and I'm going to make these 3mm. I'm just going to left click on this edge here, left click. You can see that we've got a nice full preview because this has been selected, and I'm going to select on this edge here. Once I've selected those two, I'm going to click on the green tick, and I'm going to go back up to fillet, and I'm going to fillet the bottom with a 8mm fillet. Okay, so just click on this bottom edge, like so. It's looking a bit too big. Let's make that 6. It's a bit better, and green tick. Okay, from here I need to hollow out my mug. So there's two ways you could do this. You could do this by one method, which would be to do an extruded cuts, which would be to click on this surface and go normal 2. Go sketch, circle, from my origin point, sketch out, smart dimension this up at 70, and then go to Features, Extruded Cut, and you could cut that by 94mm, let's say, and green tick, and that would cut out that material. Now there is another way of doing this, so I'm just going to right click and delete, and I'm just going to delete my sketch as well. I'm going to show you how to shell. So shelling is good when you've got a feature that's been hollowed out. So under Features, we're going to go to Shell, and we're going to give it a parameter of, let's go with 4mm for the shell thickness, and then it's asking me to click on the face that I want to shell. So I'm going to click on this face here, and then green tick. Okay. And there we have the same result. From here, let's put a fully rounded fillet on this. So I'm going to go to Fillets, choose the fourth option across, full rounded fillet, and we get a blue, purple and pink set of boxes. The blue face set 1 is going to be the inside, the purple is going to be on top, and the pink is going to be on the outside of the mug. And you can see we've got a little preview there of the fully rounded fillet and green tick. Perfect. Control 7 on our keyboard will give us a nice isometric view, and then from here what we can do is we can apply an appearance. So I'm going to go into the Appearances, Scenes and Decals over here on the right hand side. I'm going to go to my Appearances. For this I'm going to choose a plastic. Sometimes you find that some of the materials do look a little more like ceramics in this example than others. I'm going to choose a medium gloss, okay, and I'm going to choose a white medium gloss plastic, okay, to look like ceramic. We've got face, we've got boss extrude, and we've got body. I'm going to select body, and I'm now going to show you how to apply a decal. Now you could go over here into decals, which is down at the bottom. I prefer to go into the render tools, edit decal, and then I'm going to pick my image path here. So I'm going to browse for an image. I'm going to go onto my desktop. I'm going to find my Fortnite folder. I'm going to pick this one here, and it's good to use a PNG file if you can get one. What I did is I went into Adobe Photoshop and just manipulated this image a little bit. I can actually show you that now. So if I went into Photoshop, so I'm going to go all I've done here is simply, if I just go back, okay, so this was the original image that I had. Okay, I searched for a .png file. From here, all I did was got the paint bucket on Photoshop, got a white colour, and just dropped that paint bucket on there, and just tidied this up with a little bit of brush strokes. Like so. You could then go and add some text on there if you wanted to. Okay, so I went into my text that I like to use. I typed in my Solidworks Station, and then from there I applied a stroke to this particular layer. So I went into Effects, Stroke. I applied a stroke of 2 with a black colour, and OK. And then from here I went File, Save As, saved it to my computer, and saved it as a .png file here. Okay, and that will help it in SolidWorks to retain its white background. So I'm going to pick this, and then I'm going to just click on the face that I want that to appear on. So I'm going to click on this face here, and you can see at the moment it's kind of wrapped it around the mug. I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to go into mapping, and I'm going to choose from cylindrical. I'm going to choose projection instead, and then from here I can move this around a little bit on my mug. Just change the to a side view so I can just position this nicely. Something like that is fine. Green tick that, and then from here we can go out and render this. So how to render would be to go into your render tools. If this isn't available, it's probably because you need to right click and just ensure that render tools is available here. Make sure SolidWorks add-ins is in there as well, and turn on Photo View 360. If SolidWorks add-ins isn't there, just right click and just choose it from this set of options here. So Photo View 360 has got to be on. Go to Render Tools. You can edit the scene if you want to. We've already edited the appearance of the mug and placed on a decal, so we can now just go to Final Render. It may give you an option here to add a camera or to look from a isometric view or perspective view, and then we just wait until the computer's rendered that particular image that we've asked for. And this was the final outcome of the Fortnite coffee mug. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope that that's been beneficial for new users of SolidWorks, or maybe intermediate users who just felt like having a little bit of fun whilst we're on lockdown during COVID-19. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you want any more tutorials like this, do get in touch. I'll be more than happy to produce them. Don't forget you can like and subscribe to Solidworks Station, and if you're new to the channel, please give me a big thumbs up. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you again soon for another tutorial from Solidworks Station. Thank you and goodbye.